Hey y'all, so this is week 10, I believe, of my minoxidil journey. I actually went to the dermatologist on this past Monday, and I'm gonna update y'all on that on the second. But first, I wanted to get into, our weekly just kind of update, girl. So let's get into her. I did wash my hair yesterday, washed and conditioned her, and this morning I got up, picked her out, put some oil, hold on. I always use my Palmer's olive oil, which is pretty good. So use that. And then I use my little spray bottle that I made. I have to link that video somewhere, but tea tree oil, I think it's a little bit of growth oil in here. Probably some peppermint too, sprayed with this. And then today I use some shea butter, just some 100% shea butter. I didn't even put any edges or any edge control or anything on her, but I just used that. And yeah, this is what we have. So you can see her. Y'all, I've been getting a lot of encouraging comments. Y'all be like, oh, she look good. So I'm like, thank y'all. You can see her. Our crown is still crowning. She's still growing in. You can see this side as well. And then Zebok. So there she is. Let's get this other side. And I'll give you a better top view as well. You can see her from the top. And yeah, y'all, that is what she's looking like week 10. I'm excited about her. Child, I've been wearing out. I went and got my nails done just like this day before yesterday. I've been wearing her out. It is getting a little cold. I might put on a wig for later for somewhere that I'm going. But yeah, oh y'all, I almost forgot, baby, these side effects. Yes, she has side effects. I'm actually going to get my cheeks waxed tomorrow. I've never gotten my cheeks waxed before, but I'm gonna go and get my cheeks waxed tomorrow. You already see the shadow, girl. That just is what it is. Chin is chinning, as you can see. So I'm gonna get my chin waxed. I did get my chin waxed in Italy. That wasn't too bad. And then this other side too. I'll probably kind of clean up the sideburns a bit, but it's mainly just like here. Yeah, and I'm just a hairy person in general, y'all. I've always had hair on I got hair on my knuckles, toes, not all of them, but a few of my toes. And I have hair on my arms. So like I noticed that it kind of, got a little bit more. So yeah, there is definitely, some side effects. And my eyebrows too, y'all. They have definitely grown in. Like I would say a lot more fuller, but it's time for me to go get them trimmed anyway. So that could just be regular maintenance. But yes, there are side effects, of course. But let's get into what the doctor kind of updated me on when I went to the dermatologist on Monday. All right, y'all. So your girl went back to the dermatologist just a few days ago. This was my first appointment since beginning the minoxidil a few months ago. I was trying to look for the date. I feel like it was in September, sometime in September. It was definitely before I left for Italy. But I went back. How this doctor's office is set up is that the student comes in first, goes over some things with you, and then the doctor come in and they kind of work together. So the student asks, what have you noticed about your hair growth on like a scale of 1 to 10 since you started? Where would you rate it? And I was like, it's probably at a 10 because when I came in, initially, my hair was cut pretty low. I think I had just got a haircut. So I would say it's a 10 because I ain't cut my hair or whatever. And she was like, okay. She definitely, looked at my scalp and was like, yeah, I see the growth, the doctor came in and, said the same thing. And he was like, okay, you definitely have a lot of, good hair growth. And I, let him know that, of course, I had a few questions. The first one was, will I have to take the minoxidil forever? And he was like, well, if it's working, why not? And I was like, because I got some side effects, sir. And he was like, yes, increased hair growth, definitely is one. because this is a hair growth stimulator, right? So wherever your body can grow hair, you know, it's going to grow hair. And I was like, yeah, you know, is there anything that I could do for that? And he was like, no, you know. So like I said earlier, that is definitely a side effect. So yeah, if you don't want the extra hair growth, you know, that's going to be in other places, then you may not want to try this. But I did ask that question. And so he was looking at my hair growth and he was like, okay, you know, I think we should, you know, double your dose. And I was like, oh, girl, doctor, right? I'm gonna be growing hair out of my eye sockets. Like, dang. So he was like, you know, let's double the dose. Basically, you do one morning, one afternoon, or evening. And I was like, you know, I'm worried about, you know, all this hair growth or whatever. He was like, you know, if it seems like the hair growth is getting out of control outside of your scalp, he was like, you know, you could just double it a few days a week. So maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday is a double dose, and then Tuesday and Thursday is like your regular standard dose. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I will definitely try that. So one dosage is 2.5 milligrams. So we're basically going to 5, right? I'm like, oh, girl. I'm actually going to start that on, I think on Sunday. I haven't went and picked up that extra dose yet, but I will start that on Sunday, and I'm gonna definitely have a lot of updates for y'all on that. I already told y'all I'm gonna go get, you know, my whole face waxed tomorrow. Yeah, so we're going to see, you know, what this gives. I'm excited about it in a way because I definitely see the hair growth, right? There is some spots, like he said, that the hair, you know, just may not grow back or won't grow back. But you know what? Jesus is my hair growth stimulator. So if he say my hair gonna grow back, it's gonna grow back. So we'll kind of see, you know, how that goes. I definitely just want to go and get her shaped up a bit. So that's something that I'll probably be doing soon. But as for right now, I don't have any plans on going back to my full low cut. But whether my hair grows in or not, I'm gonna still keep my hair short because I just like the freedom in that. That's definitely been something that's just been so freeing for me. Now, there was one thing that he said about another hair growth prescription, and let me get my notes. Now, I'm probably saying this all wrong, but I believe it's called phenoxylate, but it basically blocks like a hormone that males have, and it helps to stimulate hair growth. He said we don't use this in women because, you know, you don't have a male hormone. And we don't see as much progress as we do with minoxidil. So that is something for all my alopecia guys out there, you know, possibly to ask your dermatologist about. So that definitely was something that got my ears to kind of like, okay, interesting. But yeah, y'all, that was the basis of, you know, the update. I'm going to go back in 6 months. So I'll go back in May. We'll see how things are going. For me, y'all, so far so good. You know, she's still giving Cynthia a bit. So I wear her out, you know, when I feel like it, and when I don't, I plop on a wig, okay? Because it is what it is. I'm not my hair, okay? But yeah, so far so good. I am definitely still on this journey. Thanks for y'all for being on this journey with me. Y'all been dropping some helpful things in the comments. Someone asked me about how I noticed that my texture had changed, and I was like, no. I have not noticed that at all. My texture is definitely still the same. My hair grows in a little slower on this side, and that's something that I did ask the doctor about. I'm like, is there something that could help with that? And he said, you know, the minoxidil does help to thicken up hair as well. I haven't quite noticed that on this side yet, but she's still coming in. So yeah, we'll see how that kind of pans out as far as the thickness overall across my whole head. But yeah, right now I have not noticed any texture changes or anything out of the ordinary outside of the side effects that I have talked about. But I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited that y'all are on this journey. And listen, if you want to see more about this hair growth journey, be sure to check out these videos here. Bye. I would like to